don't fit in the lines you draw. I don't fake smiles, I don't play nice, no. I speak too loud, I live too real. Say too much shit they don't wanna feel. I don't dress right, don't bow my head. Say what I think, not what's said. They want silence, I bring noise. Break their rules, burn their toes. I won't shrink, I won't behave. I won't crawl into a grave. This is why they hate me. I don't bend, I don't pretend, I don't make friends. I stand too tall, say fuck your scene. This is why they hate me. This is why they hate me. I don't fold, I say the shit you're scared to hold. I want my truth loud and free. Yeah, this is why they hate me. They love you till you shine too bright. Then they sharpen eyes with smiles so wide. Clap real slow when you first begin. Then pray you fall so they can win. I've seen snakes wear friendly skin. Call you brother, stab you thin. Soon as you rise from broken ground, they wanna drag you fucking down. I see through every fake damn grin. I'd rather bleed than fit in. This is why they hate me. I don't bend, I don't pretend, I don't make friends. I stand too tall, say fuck your scene. This is why they hate me. Hey, hey. This is why they hate me. I don't fold, I say the shit you're scared to hold. I walk my truth loud and free. Yeah, this is why they hate me. Yeah. I've been the joke, the ghost, the scar. Now I'm the name they curse at bars. Funny how hate sounds just like fear when your voice gets real clear. They want me quiet, small and tame, but I live myself with gasoline. I'd rather burn than fade away. Let them choke on every word I say. I didn't come to play their game, I came to carve my fucking name. This is why they hate me. I don't bend, I don't pretend, I don't make friends. I stand too tall, say fuck your scene. This is why they hate me. This is why they hate me. I don't fold, I say the shit you're scared to hold. I walk my truth loud and free. Yeah, this is why they hate me. Let them talk, let them spit, let them drown in their own bullshit. I didn't come this far to kneel. I came to show them how real feels. Yeah.
That's right. Keep walking if you don't like the things I say. How are you all doing today? Lord Jesus, what has been going on, everybody? I guess stuff happened yesterday. Everyone knows that I was traveling across the country, stopped in Atlanta, had a fantastic lunch, and kept on cruising. All right, I got here late in the evening. And whenever you've been gone 3 weeks, I mean, you have to do a little grocery shopping, a little dusting, unpacking. So yesterday, and also I came from the cold weather down here to where it's beautiful, sunny, 82 degrees. And let me tell you, I didn't do internet yesterday. So I had to catch up really quick last night with the things that I really give a shit about, right? And everyone's saying that there's a gag order. I'm like, Lord Jesus, there's a gag order. You don't say. But first, let me make sure that I say hello to everybody that's in the chat. We do have a new membership, and I'll have to give you something. Joe One Driver is thank you for becoming a member over here. It's never required to participate, but it's always nice, right? Never required, but always appreciated. So let me hand you a little something, something, a little gifty gift. Okay. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Bok bok bitch. Chickens are bitches. These are bitches, dude. Bok bok. Bok bok bitch. Chickens are bitches. These are bitches, dude. Bok bok bitch. Oh. Oh. Bok bok bitch. These are bitches, dude. Chickens are bitches.
So, bok bitch. Thank you for becoming a member. And I'd like to say hello to Chicky Chick, DMJ, Mary, Mama Bear. Good to see you, honey. Hopefully everything's going better and you're not feeling under the weather. Larry Woods, Beezer. Thank you for coming today. The Little Miss, Mama Bear. Beezer been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, Beezer, for being a member over here for 2 months. We have Mary, we have Michelle, we have 2289. Yvette, good to see you. Bridget, good to see you. Hank, good to see you. Courtney, good to see you. Stacy, good to see you. Jennifer, good to see you. And hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday. I know that I'm having a good Sunday. Anytime that I can get up here and have a good time is always a good day for me. Okay. Um, I allegedly, all hell broke loose, and there was a video done about me. I love when people do videos about me, and mention my name because that's free advertisement. So I appreciate it. But yes, and if you guys could be so kind to please like this video. People that are in the bushes, please like the video. And people that are coming from Facebook over to YouTube, to subscribe to a YouTube channel costs you nothing. To become a member, that's when you're going to have to pay the money. But to simply subscribe to a YouTube channel, it is free. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get this party started. Jesus, Mama Bear, we done had a baby. Are we about to get divorced or something? What happens in 17 months of living on YouTube? Mama Bear's been here for 17 months. Holy macaroni. That's a long time, right? You know, I've been on here before Whittaker content. Really? And I was monetized 17 months ago before Whittaker content? Get out of here. You don't say. Well, suck a tash. Gag order for what? Eric settlement amount, West Virginia investigation, or a trio information? Well, we're going to get into that. Okay. It's a long time. Time for another baby. That's right. Time to have another baby. Okay, Peachy, good to see you. She's like, she's late, but she's listening. I appreciate you, Peachy. I know we'll go over through some housekeeping real quick. This evening, I have this video going to redirect you to Evil Ghost. He's going to go and speak with Mr. Watson. If you guys are still keeping up with that, it'll redirect you. I know it doesn't start, but I wanted to try the redirect, and we're going to see if I did it correctly. And if it will just teleport you over, okay, to his channel. to that live stream. So hopefully I did it right, and we'll see, right? I'm redirecting. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it, right? You guys want to get to the nuts and bolts? Is there or is there not a gag order? If there is a gag order, why can certain people say things in the chat about said court case and certain people can't? Now, is a gag order for one individual person? Is it just for media? Is it just for people? What is a gag order? I would highly suggest everybody to research all and every bit of information that I ever put out. Make your own opinion based on all of the information from all of the creators, and you make your own decision. Don't be misled. Don't be led off the cliff. I'm going to show you what I know, some behind the scene information today about alleged gag order. I will not be showing any phone numbers. I have no intentions of mentioning any names. I think that their confidentiality is important, and it will be respected. No one has asked me to come up here today to make this statement, but if I can prove something wrong with what information I have, I will do it. I highly encourage, again, do not show any hate to anyone that I review here on this channel. Don't ever dox, show hate, and we don't talk about people's kids over here. Plain and fucking simple. If those are the rules, please be kind in the chat and let's have a good time. Here we go. First thing I'm going to present to you is what Miss Jessica had put up on her Facebook. All right. And I want you guys to read this. I want you guys to read this very closely. Okay. I'm going to share it with you. Give me 1 second here. Bring it to the stage. So let me make sure that I have the right thing. Give me 1 second here. Might have been looking at something else. Oh, it took me back. So, okay, I got to go back over to her page. It kicked me out of there. So we'll just go back over real quick. And we're going to show you what started the gag order information, okay? So let's look at it. And I want you guys to read it. I want you to read it. Act like you did not hear anything else on the last, I don't even know when all this stuff really kind of started. I guess when she posted it, I guess we'll look here, right? Was it yesterday, the day before? Hell, I don't know. I've been busy. All right. So, okay, January the 9th, which today's the 11th. So this has been out a couple of days. So I'm going to bring this to the stage here. All right. So it says here, she's going to say, right? Now she's going to say she got a gag order to not speak. Laugh my effing ass off. Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit. Now she's going to say she got a gag order not to speak. Why would anyone say that? Does this say here, now she has a gag order and cannot speak? Does it say that? Or does it say now she's going to say she got a gag order to not speak? Which one does it say, guys? Let me know in the chat. Does it say now she has a gag order? Or does it say now she's going to say? No, in my life, those two things mean something completely different. And if you know Jessica, which a lot of people don't, you know her personality. I know her personality because I've had behind the scenes conversations with Jessica and with Elizabeth, and I know their personalities. So she's going to say, there you go, chickie chick. She's going to say, not that there is, not because why? Because she's not going to speak. Elizabeth said that she's walking away from the Whittaker stuff. Apparently she does no good. She's a piece of shit, like everyone's putting her out here to be. She's no good. She's this, she's that, so she's done. Okay? And then it was said that she's going to say she has a gag order not to speak. It doesn't say she has one. So now I got the proof to it because I asked, okay? I asked, hey, Hey, ladies, like, what the hell? Is there a gag order now? What the hell's going on? Words have different meanings for sure. Hummingbird, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, everyone that has ran, I don't know what's all been set up from Facebook to YouTube. I haven't been on social media. I literally drove home. You guys see me live, bad connection, couldn't see everything, don't know what's going on. Unpacked, did grocery shopping, did some dusting, all of the things that adult motherfuckers do when they get home from a 3-week trip from South Florida to the northern part of Illinois, which is Chicago. Okay, come on, man. My life does not evolve around what's being done on the internet because I frankly don't give two rats ass what people say. I have the proof. I'm going to show the proof that there is not a gag order. You heard it here. There's not a gag order. There's not a gag order. But I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Okay. So certain numbers and stuff have been removed because their personal information does not need to be out here. Okay, period, point blank. All right, so it says right here, there's a gag order in effect. No, there's not. Again, no one said nothing to us. Please read the words us about not saying shit. Did you hear about a gag order? And then I have to go to the next one, okay? Let me get to the next one. Remove this one. And then we'll bring up the next one, okay? Okay. Where is this gag order thing coming from? I don't know. I was not told no gag, nothing. Okay. And look at the time, guys. Look at the time. Look at the time. Okay. Look at the time on things. So let me be very clear. Was the person that took the Whittaker family to court, were they in the courtroom? No. Was Elizabeth in the courtroom? No. They removed themselves from the courtroom. Whatever else happened in that courtroom, I do not know. Because I'll be frank with you. I have asked them, everyone involved, not to give me any more information on court. I will not share any more information on court. I've asked them, I don't want to know if Betty shit last night or if she didn't shit last night. I don't want to know if Betty got new freaking whatever. I no longer want information because I'm ready to watch how everybody else handles the information. I've been under the spotlight and I can take myself out or in any given day. Now, what I will do when I see a lie and I can prove it wrong, you bet your sweet candy ass I'm going to get up here and show it. But I'm going to tell you there is no gag order. So all of this information that's been shared, like, let's go ahead and watch it, okay? Let's go ahead and watch what's being shared out here. It's amazing to me. I'm like, what are you guys, you fools, talking about? Okay, I expect to watch the masses run with let me tell you what, Jessica played y'all. She simply was, here's the deal. These are two ladies that were friends, okay? They were working coincide with each other. They're into a tiff that may or may not be worked out. That's not my business. I'm not into their business. I'm not into their personal conversations, okay? One was upset with the other, put that out there, and people absolutely ran with it. I get upset with my friends all the time, okay? But you know what? Sometimes it can be worked out, sometimes it can't. I'm not into their personal business. I don't know why they're mad at each other. That's between them. It has nothing to do with me. Not a damn thing to do with me. Okay? Nothing. Wonder why anyone would lie if they were really trying to help or cared about this family. Exactly. But let me ask you guys something. So it's okay for someone else to put out private court information if there's a gag order, right? Let's listen to this. This is not my content. This is, let me get it. Now, this person isn't a big fan of me, but I'm still going to drop their link because that's the right thing to do. When you use somebody's content, other creators, as just an FYI, you always give credit where credit is due. If you're going to use their content, don't be fuck faces, okay? Period. So this is Heaven's Baby content. She doesn't always agree with everything I got to say, and that's fine. Question was Elizabeth working with Sunny. I have those messages and you'll have to stay tuned. I'll share them maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Within the next few days, I'll share what I have on that. Okay, I was told I could if I chose to. No one tells me to do a fucking thing on here. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. But I have all of the messages when it began, and we'll go over that another time. You guys think I'm going to lay everything out? I have to get my notebook out. I have to get my calendar out. We got to write down the stuff on the calendar, because if you have a calendar, then you're more likely to be believed, and you're an investigator. You're a YouTube investigator. I got me a calendar, honey. I got me a calendar, honey. All right, so here we go. Fast, make it a little fast, 1.25, that should do. Here we go.
Okay, I found this post from 23 hours ago on Facebook. It was posted by Linda Jenkins on the Whittaker Family Justice page. Says the reasons why there's now a gag order in place regarding the Whittaker family. We all know Elizabeth did not and does not have the Whittaker's best interest at heart. I've shouted from the start she should not have.
And so her opinion's her opinion. That does not mean it's my opinion. Okay? This is not my opinion. I'm sharing her video because Linda Michelle gets on here and says a lot of things that maybe or maybe not should be told to the public if there's a gag order. But well, let's listen.
Been on there, putting their information on there. Like private conversations.
Yes, I have a calendar. I'm a detective. I also have sticky notes. That makes me an organized detective. He's like,
Crap, she should not have been putting that on there. She was self-motivated, wanting internet fame. Some say that she was there because of Patrick. She went in their home to gain their trust, act like she was a volunteer caseworker just to be involved, all to feed their private information to the YouTube and Facebook content creators. And that she did. Very shady and very unprofessional. She got kicked away from the courtroom door by the bailiff at the last court hearing. But she didn't tell the internet about that part.
Okay, so me and Elizabeth did a video. We said that if she was by the door, she was listening, should that have been shared on the internet? I don't know. I wasn't there. All right. I'm a podcaster. I'm a YouTuber. If someone comes up on my panel and is going to tell me the dirt, I'm going to take it. At the end of the day, I have a YouTube channel to what? To share information. Come on, ding dongs, bing bong. Okay. Second of all, was she asked to remove herself? Yes, and somewhere along the way we mentioned that. We also said I could freaking break the internet if I shared what was said during that court proceeding, but I did not share what was said during that court proceeding. And to my knowledge, Elizabeth did neither on my channel, okay? So thank you very much for whoever put that clip out of me and her speaking about said court date and said we could break the internet tonight if we told what we knew, but we didn't. So thank you for verifying that we didn't run our fucking mouths. Thank you so much. You're helping me. Now we're going to call you the help channel.
And today she wasn't allowed anywhere near the courtroom. She's looking at possible charges for interfering in such a high-profile case and leaking confidential details to the whole world. Play game, she wins stupid prizes. I don't know if this is true, but Elizabeth does have some explaining to do. I do.
So let me ask this, Linda Michelle Jenkins, and how would you know if there was charges pending? Now, is that something that you should talk about? She didn't tell the internet about that part. In the day she wasn't allowed anywhere near the courtroom. She was looking at possible charges for interfering in such a high profile case. But one creator said that she wasn't even there. That she didn't take the Whittakers to the court. She wasn't there. She wasn't there. Well, which one is it? Was she there or was she not there? And a lot of the times, and I'm going to say this, a lot of the times, Elizabeth comes up here and says, we or I, because the person that's actually doing the transporting of the Whittaker family doesn't want to be known. They want to stay confidential. So a lot of the time she would come up here and say, we or I or whatever, okay, to cover for that person. That's what happened. Now, was she there and was she not? Now, people saying she was there, she got kicked out, she got parked, her charges coming. Or was she not there? You cannot run both narratives. And she was or she wasn't, right? She was or she was. I know I wasn't there. And I made it very clear. I do not want to know. I do not want to know what was done in the courtroom. I do not want to know. It's not my business. Okay? Because let me tell you what I have learned. I am a big girl. I have learned a lot from this experience right here. Okay. And I know what I will do in the future and what I won't do in the future if I ever come across something like this again, and how I will carry myself. Okay. What I will and will not allow up on the panel of my channel. At the end of the day, I bring people up. I have no control of what they're about to say. They say what they want. Everybody was here in the chat to listen to it. They wanted more. They wanted more. They wanted more. And then when they were given more, they twisted the narrative, ran it the way they wanted to, and did not tell the truth. There is no gag order. Was she there? Was she not? You guys answer me that. Was she there? Was she not there? Let's keep listening.
Stuff that was off with her. I'd never promoted her when she was on other creators' panels and such. I do believe that anybody directly involved in the Whittaker situation should not be platformed. Regarding Patrick, he is still using the Whittakers.
Yes, and Elizabeth has said that there's always been a team behind her. And the person that does the transportation, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, they don't want their name out there. And she covered for them. That's my observation. That's what because I do talk to these ladies behind the scenes. And that's my observation of how the conversations flow behind the scenes. That's just my opinion.
Crying out loud, he posts videos of Timmy on his Facebook. He continues to do that. His handle on YouTube is something Whittaker Road. Like, what the heck? And now we have that Justin dude. He's apparently created him a YouTube account.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that dude was supposed to, do a live today. I don't know when. Hell, I don't know. That Justin guy said he's going to show all of the messages. He's going to show all of the phone calls. Okay, so sometimes, I don't know. Let me tell you, I don't pay attention to half the shit that's on social media because I know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. And I don't make it up as I go. Okay?
And he's using the Whittakers to try to get views. Like, what the heck is going on? But yes, Lady K, since you have been platforming Elizabeth, please do a panel, have her up, and let us know if this is true.
Well, I just told you, I don't have to have anybody on my panel to prove that it's wrong or not right or true or not true. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm telling you right now. I showed you. There's no gag order. And I explained to you, I talked to Jess today, and she laughed her ass off at you people. I'm just saying. I'm the ones that ran with this, she's laughing so hard right now. Because no one read what was said. She will now say, she's gonna say, now there is now, I mean, you got, Jesus criminy. But y'all are some fucking great detectives out here. You're out here doing detective work, 101. Lord Jesus. not everyone is for clout. Some people are just trying to help. Some people are just trying to help. But whenever that help walks away, and then now it's time for someone else to pick it up, right? Are they ready? Are they ready to do it? Are they going to go there and transport the Whittaker family? Are they going to go there and help the Whittaker family with anything? Or are they just going to sit on social media like myself and review what someone else is doing? And then some people have the audacity to say, well, they're making money. So are you, ding fucking bat. So are you, ding fucking bat. You all are monetized too. Don't be over here counting my fucking money when you're making money too. So you're just as dirty as the next motherfucker. You're as dirty as I. Welcome to the dirty club, people. We're making money. Tons of it. Rolling in the dough. Jesus Christ. Okay, now we're going to listen to this one. Okay. Well, that's not what Brian said, but can't believe him. Reading is fundamental in being a detective, right? We're all dirty. Aggressive Defiance, good to see you. I did reach out to you to wish you luck on your appointment, and you probably were sleeping or whatever, but I did try to reach out to you to say good luck on your appointment, buddy. Okay, we're thinking about you. Excuse me. So we're all dirty. Everybody's making money. Everybody's getting a click. Everybody's getting a view. That's not secret. That's what YouTubers do. It's not a secret. Okay. It's just not. Everyone's making money. If you see an ad, they're making money. The ones that aren't, well, then get monetized and quit crying in your fucking Cheerios. Don't know what to tell you. Okay. Everybody wants that click. Then why do people say like and subscribe if they're not really wanting anyone to like and subscribe? I mean, come on, man. Hey, guys, you're not too good at this, people.
Okay, so this is the Big Ugly Henson on YouTube. Who do we believe? What is true and what is made up? I don't know. Understand, some of y'all like him, you enjoy his content. That's fine. But some of his content he's putting out is a little sketch.
Hello, folks. Big Ugly Outlaw Henson here. It's Rick Outlaw King. Now, folks, it's a hard job watching over these Whittakers. Now,
Watching over the Whittakers? What does he mean by that?
I know Miss Elizabeth might have had good intentions, but Miss Elizabeth has been kind of spying, I guess you could say. She's been going in there, vetting Larry, and spying. And Patrick as well, she went and visited Patrick for information. And I guess she reported back to Sonny. And that's what Brian Cody heard. Brian Cody and Sonny apparently was working together. That's
Okay, now where are the receipts to that? I mean, it's been a while since I've heard Sonny's name.
So I want you guys to stay tuned because I have the receipts to that. Okay, I have the receipts to that too. All right, and it doesn't have something playing over it. It doesn't have Elizabeth talking to Anne Marie on 80s chat playing over it. And also, Friends Fight. I can't say that another content creator has caused a division in between these two ladies. I'm not going to say that because I don't know the truth. And if they're saying that this creator has caused a problem with Jess and Elizabeth, well, then you don't know too much. But anyway, we're going to discuss it. We're not going to discuss it today because I'm going to profit the fuck out of everything I have. You heard it right. And I'm going to buy steaks. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to do all the things that other YouTubers do with their money that they get. All right. I had Sunday night steak nights tonight, baby. And I'm going to profit off of everything. Just like the one skipper, just like the diver, just like everybody else out here. Why should I be any different? Stop putting standards on me.
Last I knew, Brian Cody wasn't reporting on the Whittakers.
kind of what I'm gathering. Now, today was court, and I let it be known that I was watching over things. And I asked Elizabeth if everything went okay this morning. She told me she delivered the Whittaker to court and left. And I happen to know that wasn't exactly the truth.
Okay, then what he said there wasn't exactly the truth. Okay, listen to the words. It wasn't exactly the truth. Was she the transporter? I don't know. Does she sometimes say we and I to cover that person? Yes. Okay, and I know that to be a fact. All right, I know that to be a fact. Was she there or was she not there? Is she, have a gag order or not. I know she doesn't, but the narrative that's been spun since, I guess, the 9th, it is. She has a gag order. She wasn't there, but she got a gag order. How'd she get the fucking gag order? How did they ask her to remove herself down the court bench if she wasn't there, people?
So did she deliver him to court and then leave, or did she try to enter the courtroom and was refused entry? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Along with the text messages that I heard, the message, whatever, between Elizabeth and Sonny and them, I got them holding this under my hand.
Let me stop this. It says Hummingbird said, get you a good steak. Thank you. I will. And let me give you something in return, honey. Let me give you a little something. And these are all for all the bok bitches out there. This is my favorite one right now. I'm stuck on it. Sorry.
Bok bitch. Chickens are bitches. These are bitches, dude. Bok bitch. Oh. Bok bitch. These are bitches, dude. Chickens are bitches. Bok bitch. Bok bitch. Chickens are bitches.
Sorry, that's my favorite one right now, and that's what you're getting, okay? A good filet sounds nice. Whatever one I can afford off my YouTube money, honey, okay? Whatever I can afford off of my YouTube money, baby, okay? Just like every other YouTuber, content creator. Don't come over here counting my money, okay? Because 1, you're going to be disappointed as a mug, and 2, I'll do what I want when I want. Make me do something different. I dare ya.
Yeah, because I think that Sonny is interfering with this investigation for Eric to get to me. I think that Elizabeth and Sonny and them was wanting to make sure that they got her money. And I think they were wanting her to basically give up on being reunited with the family. But they say that because we know that Elizabeth likes to get on them lives and she likes volunteering information.
Now, that is true. And I didn't care for that because some of the stuff she was talking about, it should not have been put out here.
Some information she likes to volunteer might possibly interfere with court proceedings. And I caught on to that the other day, and it made me feel an odd way.
I caught on a while ago.
I don't know what the problem is, folks. I don't know why we can't be honest. I don't know what the problem is, why we can't help this family.
So my question to everyone would be, if the news was there reporting on this, then would you talk shit about them? Gag orders in this case are solely the Whittakers. There is no third-party gag orders. What are you talking about? What do you mean there's gag orders flying everywhere? I got one, you get one, Beezer gets one, Chicky gets one, Mama Bear gets one. Everybody gets one. Okay, Sunday was steak night before this and will be after it's gone, right? You damn right, baby. Even if I don't have a YouTube channel, I'm still having Sunday night steak night. I heard, what did Cheeky say? Oh, yes, baby, yes. Okay.
In whatever way we need to. Why we can't want the best for Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine.
People have tried to help them.
And do right. What is the problem with just telling the truth? What is the problem between knowing right?
Now, Mama Bear, a ball gag, I mean, maybe some people need that damn thing, you know what I mean? Yes, Beezer, you get a gag order. Everybody, Beezer does, Mama Bear, everybody in the chat get a gag order.
I know there's different sides to all this. I know that everybody has a side. But folks, this is serious.
Let me tell you what, I don't have a side. I've been asked to come up here and drag Jessica. I've been asked to come up here and drag Elizabeth. I'm not going to do either of the two because both have truths, both have their opinion, and they have a right to their opinion. I'm not dragging nobody. I'm showing you what I have, and I'm going to continue on showing you what I have. I am no longer in the updates of the Whittaker family. I don't want to be. But I will show you what I have to prove people wrong. Absolutely. Every day of the week if I want. Maybe twice a day. Just depends on how I feel.
This is people ripped apart from their home. There's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of corruption involved. And I just want everybody to know.
Is this dude in West Virginia?
That I was the first one to say it. Give Elizabeth a chance. And I'm sorry to say, I was disappointed. Nothing personal. But I don't think that it's a big secret now. You people all can see what's going on when there's that kind of money involved. When there's a bunch of people wanting to gather one man to take home with them
This part, I do agree. They all want.
So I would like to know who Big Ugly Henson's talking about here. Is he talking about who wants Timmy? He says when people want Timmy? I don't want Timmy. Elizabeth said she can't do nothing with Timmy or have guardianship. She can't have a POA. She can't have anything to do over the Whittaker family that would be court approved because of her own life. Okay? What she already has going on in her life. She doesn't want guardianship. She can't have guardianship. She can't. And she said that before. But everyone wants to listen to certain things and not the whole story. They pick and choose what they put out, and that's fine. Do your content the way you want to. But when my name gets brought into it, that I have done something nefarious or illegal, then I'm going to have my say. If you have a right to your opinion, then I have a right to my opinion on public information that's been brought forth. I wasn't at the courthouse. Someone gets on my panel, they're going to say what they're going to say. Okay? That it is what it is. Okay? Right? Mama Bear been around here for 17 months. She knows.
Timmy. And for what? For the views, for money.
Boy, it's all boils down to money. This isn't nothing right about this.
I do agree with that. And people can have who they choose on their panels and stuff, but in my opinion, it's not right having anybody that's involved with the Whittakers in personal life or involved in the investigation up on their panels.
And you all wonder.
Okay, so then that means that is that person just as guilty when they clip things that shouldn't be out, then everyone shouldn't be clipping? I mean, make this shit make sense to me, Everyone wants correct information, but when it's not what they want to hear, they spin it to fit their narrative. Absolutely. And that's what we found here. That's what we're finding here. If it's not what they think they want to hear, then they're going to everyone tells a story. They add some to it to make it better to tell. I get it. You're making content. I get it. The people that you're getting the information from is making content. I'm making content. I'm sharing information. That's content, people. This is for entertainment purposes only. Keep that in mind. Okay?
Well, I get on here telling what I tell. I don't do it for money. This ain't about money to me. This is about right and wrong. This is about doing the right thing. This is about
it absolutely is. I have to agree with that. It is about right and wrong. I agree with that. And I'm trying to show you that there is no gag order. That Jess put that out there. And if you read what she said, she says she wrote it as she meant it. She didn't say there was. She said she's now going to say. Because she wasn't in the courtroom. Come on, guys. Put it together.
I'll be honest. Anyway, folks, I'm just disgusted by it. And like I always do, Elizabeth texts me. And she says, just tell me whether or not you knew. And I confirmed that I knew. And I asked her what she'd like to explain her connection to Sonny. And she let me know that she was done helping Whittaker.
So she didn't explain her connection with Sonny. I have that information. On the next stream, I'll share it. Okay? On the next stream, I will share it. Everyone wants correct information. Yep, I agree with you, Lady Kate. Thank you so much. I mean, please do your own research, everybody. Everybody has the right to gather information and base your opinion on the things that you see. I can only share what I have, and it's the truth. There's no gag order. There's just not. I can't make there be. And if there was a gag order, if someone says, how can two things be the same at the same time in this particular situation? One person can get up here in a chat and say what was discussed in court and that Mr. Rorick pled the fifth, but that's not against the gag order? Or will it be against the gag order if there's a quote, quote, gag order? I have questions. You cannot just have the gag orders for only one person. What? That's how gag orders. Did you guys even look up what gag order is? Did you guys? Oh my God. You guys got, I'm not saying you guys, I'm saying the people in the back, the bush watchers. Okay. The bush watchers. Let's see here. What is a gag order? Okay. What is a gag order? Okay. West Virginia formal gag orders in adult protective services cases are typically integrated into statutory confidentiality requirements rather than separate standalone orders. You hear that? Through a judge may issue specific suppressions or protective orders in high profile or contested litigation. Now, keep in mind, there is no media there. Okay. The primary legal framework was confidentiality in 2026 includes under West Virginia Code Section 9-6-8, all APS records concerning a vulnerable adult are strictly confidential and may not be released except for official business by the Department of Human Services, law enforcement investigators, or by a court order. Closed proceedings, hearings for certain APS related matters such as financial exploitation under West Virginia Code S55-7J-1. And these are actual freaking codes, are generally limited to specific parties, counsel, and APS personnel. Other persons may only attend if the court determines they have legitimate interest. The identity of any person reporting abuse or neglect is confidential. Okay, the identity of any person reporting abuse, neglect, or financial exploitation is legally protected and cannot be released without written consent. Okay, why APS cases are automatically sealed by law, a judge has a discretion to issue a suppressive order or a gag order to prevent parties, witnesses for the information. But that would mean everybody, not just one person. There is no gag order, people. Please, everyone, before you let somebody tell you a story, make sure that you look up the information for yourself and verify it, okay? That just came in effect this month, 2026. There you go. Okay? So, things are moving in the right direction to have elderly and disabled people protected by law. If anybody remembers here a couple of months ago, we all wrote to the head people in West Virginia and asked them to enforce dignity laws for elderly people, disabled people. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but there you go. This all started stuff for APS cases in most places. So whatever people are telling you, you need to do your research on it. Probably not too wise for some of these YouTubers to stop doxing APS workers. That seems like something that could come back at that person. Absolutely. And I will not show any of the information that I have concerning anything that I've been asked to look at to help. I will not show it. There are some things that I'll be willing to share, but there's some things that I will be not willing to share because it's not going to help the Whittaker family. Okay. And if people don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell them. All right. But once again, if you go over to the Facebook page and look and see exactly what Jessica said, it was now she's going to say. Okay. Now she's going to say. And oh boy, I have asked for the people that I was in the chat with. I am not going to anything that has to deal with Betty's court. You are not going to hear it here first. I will not know about it because I can't do content when I know so much. That's the problem. I can't do any content about the Whittakers if I choose to because I know too much. And I have a I could potentially say something that I shouldn't say. I am not a perfect human. I am flawed every day. I keep telling you, I don't know what you got. Why don't they clip that? Well, she says she messes up. Well, I am a mess up. Freaking yes on YouTube, okay? A hot fucking mess. All right? Is Sunny in this chat? I didn't see her, guys. Sunny, if you're in this chat, let me know. Okay. Let's see. Nobody thinks it's weird how Elizabeth was trying to get them a lawyer and now she's getting run off. This seems like a distraction. I don't know. If Sunny's in here, yes, we appreciate. What is her name under? I don't see her. If you have the host block, that's not cool. I don't think that's possible. Hell, I don't know. Hey, Sunny Side, baby, where you been? Where you been, honey? So I'm trying to find if she's still here, if she would please put what she said, because I don't know what she said. I'm running a show here. I can't see everything on the chat. I try. While we figure this out, if she's in here, if she's still in here, I do have a $5 super sticker that I need to acknowledge. And I won't play the same one. Okay, we're going to play. I miss Traj. So we're going to do our new Judy.
Oh, I can't exercise. I'm too tall. And out, and out, and out, and out. Outside, outside.
This makes me funny.
Outside.
You go, girl. You go, Traj. Tragedy does the best parodies. I'm sorry, but if you guys don't know who she is, make sure that you go over to her channel, because she has the best parodies of people that's in the community, right? Hey, like, I know shit. I've been missing you. I know, girl. I've been missing you too. Okay, Sunny Rose Coffee Talk. Okay, that's her. So if you would be so kind to repeat what you said, ma'am, I would appreciate it, because I did not get to see it. I'm not trying to be rude. I just didn't see it. Okay. Thank you, Mama Bear, for... Okay, I got it. Okay, there is no connection between Elizabeth and myself. We've chatted, I think, twice. I have the messages to prove that. Yeah, Sunny, Miss Sunny Rose, I need to do something. No, honey, that's fine. I'm at work. I'll be off it. Okay, so maybe she's at work or something. I'd be happy to drop her a link so we can get it on record that she's saying here. And so if it comes out that there was, right? Everybody wants proof in the pudding. We go, on the timestamp of this video, Sunny said that she didn't have a connection through Elizabeth. And she said it on Lady K's. Okay, so I'll drop Sunny a link and she can say, no, I do not have it. So we can have it for the record. So we can go back to this day on January the 11th at 2:05 p.m. This is what Sunny said. I'll drop her a link, no problem. Everybody has a right to, I have no connection with Elizabeth, right? And that's what she's saying right here. She has no connection with Elizabeth. And Miss Sunny, I also have the messages between you two ladies, and it shows that you really didn't know each other. There wasn't a lot of communication there. Pretty much, and I don't know you. So this isn't like, oh, they know each other. I don't fucking know Sunny. Okay. Put it on my hand, girl, right? Put it on my handy dandy calendar. That's how we do it over here now. We got us a calendar, honey. And I got me a little pokey stick too. But it has a middle finger flipping everybody off. Okay. So put it on my handy dandy calendar. I mean, I got sticky notes. That's what I'm doing right here. 1/11/26. Sunny said. Sunny, I'm writing it down on my sticky note right now. Sunny said, no connection. Okay. All right. I dropped the link for her. If she knows how to use StreamYard, then she can come up here. There we go. I don't even think Sunny has ever been in chat. No, she's never been in my chat, because I'm the big bad Lady K. Everyone hates me. You know what I'm saying? I'm no good. So there is the link if Sunny would like to come up and say, for the record, Okay, everyone gets an opportunity to speak their side over here. That's the way this channel's been run, and that's the way it's always going to be ran. Nobody tells me when or where or how I do anything. I do it because I want to do it and when I want to do it. All right. So I dropped the link to the panel. Yeah, I dropped the link. I'll do it again just in case. She can't see it because I don't know if she's watching from. Well, I guess I could tell where she's watching from. She may be watching from Facebook. No, it's YouTube. She's watching from YouTube because it'll say an F on my end. It says an F or but you hear it here, right? When maybe if we hear it from her mouth, people are like, well, that could have been a troll. That's just somebody else's name. You know, we got to cross the T's and dot the I's, right? Cross those T's, dot those I's, leave no room for error. But, all right. But I have the messages the same as Sunny does. I wasn't going to talk about this today, but I'll come back on here again and show the messages. If Sunny would like to pop in, because she's never been in my chat before, she wants to take the link, then she's more than welcome to say, I have no connection with Elizabeth. We'll write it down on our sticky note right here, which I did. We'll put it on our calendar, and we'll go from there. That's the way we got to do things over here, because then you're official. Then you're official. If you have a calendar, you're official. Wow. All right, so we'll just keep moving right along here. I'm going to show this to you one more time because this to me was funny as crap. I was like, boy, she did what Jess does. Okay. Oh, Lord. And I honestly hope that whatever's going on between the two ladies, that they come to an agreement to either not be friends anymore or walk away or let some time go by. Okay. So, here I think she is. So let me go ahead and it says device is not connected. So what I would suggest you doing, there she is. So I'm going to put up something just to make sure it is her. Give me 1 second, honey, because I want to make sure that it is you and not somebody that's going to porn bomb me. Okay, let's add her to the stage. Okay, let me see. Okay, Megan?
Yep.
Okay, that's you. That's you. I'll take this down now. So, Basic, are you connected to Elizabeth?
No, I've chatted with her, I think twice if you look at the dates. I didn't go back and look. But I know once was when I first started helping the Whittakers, which was like the beginning of October. And then we chatted like the 7th of December. And it's not even really a chat. Like I was kind of checking on her. I saw some garbage and I saw something she had was on a live or a post or something like that. So no, if you look at the messages, I mean, we're not friends. We're not. Now I will tell you, I have since talked to her last night, but I have not before this.
Right.
And I don't even know what we would be working together with.
And that's what I did ask. I'm like, so what would you be working get? But I'll tell you, I'll put the connection together. People say that you and Eric Carroll's mom are friends or connected, and you're working for Eric Carroll. That's the rumor. Okay. Not my rumor, because I don't believe it.
Sure.
Okay, I really don't. I don't know you, but I'm like, that's a real stretch.
So let me tell you, I have never spoken to Eric Carroll. I have never messaged Eric Carroll. I've never messaged his mother. I don't know her name. I've never messaged anybody on behalf, knowing of Eric Carroll, except for when in the very beginning, and it wasn't Eric, it was actually Patrick who I messaged. When they were looking for people to help work at the house and things like that. I think that Eric was still connected then. Now, I may be wrong, so don't hold me to this. But I messaged them And I was like, look, I've got wood, I've got lights, I've got paint, I've got plastic, I've got all kinds of stuff. And I'm willing to donate it. I'm willing to bring it to you all. And I never heard from anybody. That was
Gotcha.
it.
More lies read about you heard it here first, Lady K, bringing the truth again. I'm telling you. So, I remember I had the messages, okay,
Sure.
and I believe that your conversation began October around. Now, I have them. I'll show them. So everyone estimated between October 7th and 9th and 10th. Nothing in November, and then in December you were checking on her or something like that, like or watched a podcast or something like that, and that was it. There was no what I have seen.
That is
And
correct.
was is that correct? Am I relaying the information as you see it?
You are.
Okay.
You are. And I'll be honest, part of the reason that I did, I'm going to be very honest with you, and I'm going to share part of my heart. I loved Jessica. I thought Jessica and I were dear friends. I was packaging things up to send to her daughter. And all of a sudden, one day, without any warning at all, Jessica turned on me. I was heartbroken. I thought she was like a bestie I would have for life. I don't bring a lot of people into my life. I'm very connected with my family, but there was something about her that I just felt she was special. And the day that she turned on me, I cried. I was brokenhearted. And I knew how Elizabeth had to have been feeling. I just knew it. And I knew Elizabeth didn't know she had been played. And
Well,
that's why I reached out
here's the
to
thing.
her.
I have a friendship between Elizabeth and Jessica.
I
What
understand.
will, and I will not drag Jessica and I will not drag Elizabeth. It's just not
And
going to happen. And that's your personal story. And I can respect it. And I respect you for telling it. That's something that happened with you and Jessica. It's not a reflection on me. And I'm only
no.
saying that because, boy, if I have you up here saying it, oh, she did it. No,
No,
that's true.
absolutely. And you don't need to, it's my story.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to agree with me. And I don't need to agree with you. It doesn't mean we can't be friends.
It
And it
doesn't mean
doesn't
that
mean
a
that we can't,
conversation, right?
and we can't talk about other things. You
And I
know,
agree.
that
And I agree.
so I have my own feelings on the situation. I believe I have a good handle of what happened. I believe I have a good handle of what's happening now. And you know, we can talk about that at another time, but any relationship that I've had with Elizabeth is strictly what's in those messages until yesterday.
Right. Yeah. And she had mentioned to me, and I'm saying this just to verify what you're
Sure.
saying. Okay. That, yes, she said, well, I reached out to her now. She did not tell me what you two spoke about. I didn't want the screenshots because I have no intentions on sharing it, because that to me is a personal between you and Elizabeth. But because now you're going to talk because you guys feel like you're in the same situation. So, and that's you guys' business, not mine. But
Sure.
I can show from in October around the 7th, 8th, or 9th, somewhere in estimation, people estimated. And then nothing in November. And then in December, around December the 7th. Now, I hopefully I'm putting out the right dates. And if I'm not, I will show them. Like I told everybody, I'll have a live stream about it if that really needs to. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I have no problem sharing and I'm not on anybody's side here. I'm on the side of what is truly happening. That's it.
Absolutely.
But give me 1 second because Chicky sent me a super sticker, and I always try to give something back, which is a little funny and something a little not a meme, but a little video to say thank you. So give me 1 second here.
Oh, we're here to let you know. Well, if you want a boogie, get down on the dance floor. Let's go! Ha, ha. Ow! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
rest your pelvises on this Sunday, everybody, okay? I mean, I know that everyone is very, very heated. I know that a lot of people are emotionally invested, which make people very protective of certain individuals, and I understand that. That's why I'm choosing to no longer get updated information about what's going on. I will talk about what's happened in the past to debunk lies, but for me, I've tapped out because I don't feel like I can do good commentary over what's going on because I know too much, and I don't ever want to say something that's going to be wrong. So the Big Ugly Henson is here, and he said, "Hi, Mama Bear. Good to see you, Big Ugly Henson." Now, everyone can have their opinion about people that I have on panel or in chat, but make sure that you show respect to each other, or I will boot anybody. That's just the way it is over here. If you don't like it, well, then go to another content creator. I don't know what to tell you. So we're going to show each other respect and dignity, and that's it. Please let Sunny talk. Yeah, she can talk. I'll do what I do over here, Terry, to acknowledge super chats and my chat. Megan is here. She can speak, and that's it. So there you go. I'll run my chat the way I want. So I appreciate you speaking about it.
You know, the funniest part is I closed my group down, I think about a month ago. Maybe it was even a little longer. Maybe it was a little less. Who knows? I closed it down. I took everybody out of the group. I have really had nothing to do with the Whittakers since there's the famous phone call where I'm talking to Larry and I say to, I explained to Larry again what the attorney had said. You got to get BJ off the property. You've got to stop doing videos. Larry had agreed to all of this. And so in the start of my conversation with Larry, I was telling him, because I've always said that if they ever told me they didn't want my help, I was gone instantaneously. And that's exactly what I did. On my phone call with Larry, I said something about not trusting me. Larry, if you don't trust me, oh no, darling, I trust you. It's that woman in North Carolina I don't trust. And I said, Larry, I am the woman in North Carolina. And all I had ever done is taken them to the attorney and, repeated again and again what the attorney said to them. So from that day on, I stopped. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't talking about anybody really. I wasn't doing anything. And then as the weeks passed, yes, I wanted to help the Whittakers, but it didn't seem to be that there was any way for me to do that. I don't throw good money after bad. I don't throw good time after bad. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. You back away. And that's what I did. So for people to say now that I'm working or that I was working with Elizabeth or working with Eric, I'll give you here's my true opinion. Sunny Alexander, Megan Exxon, true opinion. I think Eric was greedy. I think Patrick is guilty. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm going to say on it.
Got you. And that's, but let me repeat this. That doesn't mean that I have the same thoughts as Megan because she's speaking. She has her opinions and I have mine.
Absolutely.
We're having a conversation. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let me get to Big Ugly. Says, I like Liz, but she did lie quite a bit. She was put out of court in December and wasn't there Friday. So did she or did she not turn in a piece of paper to the courthouse that day? And both people that were there, did they not remove themselves from the courtroom and did not listen? Is that true or not true?
Well, I wasn't there, but what I do know from Elizabeth, and I know she will not be angry at me for sharing this, is that Elizabeth was there in court. Elizabeth took them to court. And during court, Elizabeth decided that it was, her words, too much for her, and she went out. Now, whatever that means, I wasn't there. But I do not believe, and I'm sorry, I can't call him Big Ugly. I can't believe Mr. Henson was there I I don't believe he was there. And I don't believe a word that he says, in particular because he says he has messages with me and Elizabeth. He can't, they don't exist. And there are other things that he said. I don't even know how I got back dragged back into this.
Yeah,
Literally, I don't know
I've never
how.
heard your name come up in since like months and months. Like I want to say several months ago, like when you had that
Yes.
Facebook. I don't do Facebook, so I don't know a lot that goes down on Facebook. I have a little thing over there, and I dual stream just for copyright purposes. If I feel like I'm going to copyright somebody for sharing my stuff on Facebook, I have a platform over there, and then now I can do it. Right. That's the only
Yep.
reason why I have one. So, anyways, um,
I don't know what would be the
I don't.
purpose
I want
of
to. I
me
want to
working
say.
with Elizabeth.
I want to say my opinion. I don't know if, and this is just my opinion because I wasn't there. I think that a lot of times Elizabeth says we or I transport or take Betty or the Whittaker family places because she is protecting someone that actually is doing it because they don't want to be talked about. They're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They have no platform. They have no monetary gain. They've known the family for years, and this is just what they're doing. So, in my opinion, this is just my opinion.
Sure.
She sometimes says to protect that person, I or we. And that's just from my back behind the scenes knowledge. That's how I think she does because that person said to us repeatedly, please do not mention me. I am not on social media like that. And I do not want people to know because we all know what comes with it. Once they find you out, Sonny, they dig into everything. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. And let me just say this. This is kind of funny. This thing about me fostering. First off, I haven't fostered for 12 years. Um I'm a failure at foster because I adopt the children that I foster, all but one. I fostered one and I didn't adopt him, but everybody else I've adopted that I fostered. And surely if I had done something illegal, I would have been charged with something because the people who did harm my daughter received 40 years and lifelong probation. So there's little doubt that they'll survive prison and no possibility of early release or anything like that. We testified, my daughter and I, when they brought my children into all of this, when they were trying to slam me. Absolutely disgusting that you would bring not just young children, because most of my children are under the age of 16, but the daughter that they brought into this, that had this happen to her, how you could bring a child, she's still a young woman, she's only 26, but how you would bring her abuse, kidnapping, neglect into something that has nothing to do with her, that makes you repulsive in my book. Repulsive. You don't bring people's children into
No,
things.
in my opinion, I don't. We don't do children over here on my platform. I don't bring anybody's children, old children, young children, babies. Okay, for me, that's going too far. Children don't ask to be drug into adult conversations. Okay, and that's where I keep it. I don't do children at all. Not gonna do it. Never gonna do it. Can't make me do it. All right, I just don't mess
It's
with children.
disgusting and they don't deserve it. And someone who's already had um these terrible things happen, and who knows the what mental issues or psychological issues it's caused, and you want to bring up my children will all tell you. I'm going to say I need to say something because this makes me laugh. They want to laugh about my husband bringing me dinner one night, and my husband brings me dinner every night. I sit at the dining table and my husband brings my dinner to me. He is the most loving, gentlemanly. We go to church every Sunday. My children we have a deal. My children go fishing on Saturday mornings. We are a family. For them, any of them, and I'm sorry to bring up Jessica's name, but Jessica and I, were friends for like 10 days. We became very close very quickly. So for like a week or 10 days, we were friends. For her to think that she knows my personal life and that I live in my bedroom and that I yell at my children. First off, we have a family chat, so there's no yelling going on, unless it's my kids roughhousing and whatnot. And that just floored me because I was thinking, how can someone take my daily life? Now, I do have some health issues, but I am by no means in my bedroom every day. I am by no means directing my family from my room. And my children are ages 12 to 16 and then 24 and 26. And we have middle ones. So there's 12.
Well, I'm going
13.
to ask you not to. I'm going to ask you not to say your children's ages, and
Okay.
okay, because I
But
just
my
I get
children
it.
they're old enough to do things on their own, but we are very much a connected family. And for them to say those things is just beyond bizarre to me. And I'm going to preface something else. I'm by no means wealthy, but I have more than enough money to take care of my children. My home is paid for. Um, someone I know posted something about they hope that Elizabeth and I aren't living off our children's checks. That's hysterical. Um, I don't know what Elizabeth's story is, to be on. I know she wrote me a little blip, and I know you've seen that in the
Yeah,
message. So I don't know her whole. That's the amount I know of her story,
right,
and my story is quite different.
right. And everyone has a story to tell, right, Dottie?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so it's not, and people want to, but you have to take what social media is. People are going to say things just to watch it blow up, in my opinion. Now, Big Ugly says, I know Sonny, and because if I see your name directly mentioned, I'm going to read it
He
to you,
knows
okay?
me.
He says, I know Sonny is trying to help Eric get Timmy.
God is my witness. I know nothing about any of that. Nothing. I've never talked to Eric, his mother, his sister, his brother, his cousin, nobody. I don't know anybody who has met Eric personally. I don't know where he's getting his information from.
Yeah, I never seen a connection. Like no one showed me like here's a message between Sonny and Eric Carroll or Eric Carroll's
You'll
mom
never
or
find one because one does not exist. I will give you my password to my phone and you can sign in and look at my
oh no, I
account.
don't need no.
Well,
No,
I'm
like
just
for
telling you,
me,
I'm that
for
sure.
you would think that maybe there's some proof to be shown, but I don't have it. Okay. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if someone's going to come out and make a bold statement saying that they can connect you to such and such, they can connect you to the Pope, then they must, I'm assuming they have receipts, wouldn't you think?
One would think.
Okay. So it says when Eric has people in West Virginia that are state and federal officials, that may be good reason that will answer why Patrick pleaded the fifth. Yeah, I don't know anything. Now, my question is that something that should be shared if there's a gag order? And I'm asking you that respectfully, Mr. Henson. I'm not trying to say you're lying. I'm trying to have a conversation. And if people can't have an open conversation, then they probably shouldn't speak. Is what I'm saying. You're going to get questions. So, okay, but you said Liz took Betty to court Friday, and that's a lie. What I said was what I personally said. So put a name on it, Mr. Henson. I personally said a lot of times in the past, Elizabeth will say I or we to cover the person that's actually transporting that person because they do not want to be known. Period. That's what I said. That's what I said. Now, what The panel guest said, you can't hold me to that because I'm not her. Okay, you cannot. And it looks like she dropped down. If she comes back, you guys know I will allow her back up. But for me, I have until, another 30 minutes here, and I'm going to have to jump off because I have other things I have to do in my life. So I have 30 minutes. Get it all out, everybody. With all due respect, I have heard Liz say that she has had help or someone else do this or that for me. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes Elizabeth says this person, it's okay, nobody gag me, right? And I think that a gag order isn't for one particular person. Okay, a gag order would mean media, press, everybody, and there's no press there. So for me, I have heard her say she has helped or someone else did this or that for Betty. Right. And there's a team, and I've heard it been said that there's a team of people behind the scenes that do not want to be known. Now, if they put stuff out on their own, that's their business, not mine. Okay. So, and no one gagged me either, Big Ugly Henson. I'm just taking the stance of where I have a moral boundary. Okay. And where I have a moral boundary, is she here back? I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, Megan.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I want to make sure we're on the same page, Henson, because I did not say that.
No, and remember that when I said it, I was saying Elizabeth said that she took them to court and she sat in court and then finally said she couldn't take it anymore and she left. So we're only saying what Elizabeth told me, but I believe her, but that's just me.
Yeah, Sonny said, Liz, yeah, that, and she clarified it. That's just what was said. I was not in that conversation. I do not know. Elizabeth has said ladies and referring to the people helping behind the scenes. That is correct. And the pictures that were shown on Toddy's live last night, I've showed you guys that stuff during Thanksgiving. I've already showed that information. That is not new information. The person that put down the flooring, we showed that around Thanksgiving. Not my fault. The people are just now getting information. I can't help them there. I still have all that information. A lot of my Whittaker content is private because of my own reasons. No one told me to. Everyone said I was making big bucks off the Whittaker, so I took the shit down. My lifestyle, me living in a tent on the beach, will not change if I do or not do Whittaker content. Okay. People, I say that because people say I live on the beach in a tent, and I
want to live on the beach in a tent.
Well, I'm thinking about doing get me a little background that has me on the beach in a tent because people say that, that's where I live. I'm like, okay, okay. And I wear Velcro shoes.
There is a magnificent state park in Amelia Island, Florida, called Fort Clinch. And you can still pitch a tent on your own private beach right there.
Oh, wow. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, man.
I keep telling my kids we're going to do it, but my kids their idea of camping is, the Hilton. So,
right. They will get in tune with the beauty of nature when they get older. Honey child, good to see you, baby. Where you been, girl? Says I missed you all. Good to see you. Yes, it's good to see you too, my friend. It's good to see you. Hopefully you had a great New Year's and a fantastic. Okay, here's Elizabeth. So I'm going to bring Elizabeth up. Okay, here we go. Elizabeth.
All right.
Welcome to the panel.
I'm not here to answer a bunch of questions because I'm just not. I said I was stepping away and I really mean it. But what I will tell you is I have said even to Sunny here when I had a conversation with her last night explaining everything that was going on and how I felt and everything that I feel.
Right.
Okay. And I had not talked to Sunny before that. What'd you say?
I was laughing. Hang on a second. I wasn't laughing because that's what you said. I was laughing because someone put Mama Bear's in the message and said I didn't go by and see her, and I laughed. So it wasn't at you or what you said.
Oh, okay. But
okay, go ahead.
Sunny had reached out, and last night she had reached out and she had said something about like, "Are you okay?" or something like that. And I just called and I just let a lot out to her. I let a lot out. about certain things, but there's still things that I have not let out. Okay. And you can ask Sunny this too, because I keep this private. I have never told the name of the court. I have never told the name of the courthouse. I have never told the judge. I have never told the lawyers. I have never given any of that information or names or anything. That is not me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay. So there's that. 2, a few weeks back or a few days back, 5 days, 6 days, 4 days, I don't know, on ADs, I literally came into the chat and I think I might have came up on panel. I'm not sure. But didn't I tell y'all I was being harassed? My kids were being harassed. People were searching. I told y'all. I told you that I was stepping away. So don't act like it's a thing. Ooh, she's got a gag order. I don't have gag nothing. I've not been gagged. No one has officially served me with any papers or came to me face to face and looked at me and told me I had to shut up. That's official. Okay. I just don't want any of this anymore because my child came to me and told me that someone had reached out to her and asked her some questions and she deleted and blocked them. I don't know who it was, because she deleted and blocked them. And I'm not going to make her go through her phone and undelete and unblock somebody that she felt was a threat and blocked them just so I can find out who it is. I don't care. Someone reached out to her. Someone reached out to her. Did I blank out? My phone went black out. Okay. Well, what I was saying is I'm not gonna, I think I left off with, I'm not gonna make my daughter show me who it was because she told me somebody reached out to her, period. I'm not gonna force her to unblock whoever. I don't care. She told me that's what happened and that's what happened, right? She has no reason to come lie to me about it. Why would my daughter decide to come tell me some BS, right? No.
Yeah, Brandy West calls in the chat and she said, I absolutely remember that. So people that were in AD's chat, remember you saying that. I do not watch everybody's live streams. Okay. People think that I do. I really don't. Sonny and Liz got awful close, awful quick. That's from Big Henson. Let me put the chat up here so you ladies can see it.
Henson, why don't you get up here? Why don't you get up here and talk then? Because you seem to know so much. Okay, listen, I didn't physically drive down to the Whittakers on Friday, pick them up in my car, and drive them to the courthouse. No, but was I there? Yes. Did I meet them there? Yes. Did I bring the papers I said I was going to help them file for certain things? Yes. Okay, that's all that matters. I don't know why you're trying to force the lady who does the driving and comes and all that, force her name into play when she's clearly stated several times she doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be. Y'all are trying to force that into play, and that's just disrespectful. Because I've said a million times. I have said a million times. I, we, them, us, the team. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, well, and let me say this. Elizabeth and I did become close last night in, 12 hours ago, whatever it was. But close as what? Again, Lady K, I don't mind share, and I'm sure Elizabeth doesn't mind us sharing our messages that we had, but you can clearly see I asked her a bunch of questions. I asked her, to be perfectly honest, I asked her, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to drag this person into it. Specifically, did this person message your daughter? And she said, I don't know if it was them, but someone did. I mean, I can show you those messages. We did become close.
I wasn't going to do this today because I was going to not be on here long, but I'm going to see if I can email, or maybe Liz can email me, because she already gave them to me, and shows when you started speaking, and they're already out there on social media, right?
Yes, I put them on. I reopened my group and put them out there for everybody.
So I don't know. I'm not in your group, so I can't go there and show them, but I want to show them without the damn Elizabeth talking over the clip that I see. I was sent a clip and it was hard to read, but I want to show it in its clear capacity. And I think that Elizabeth shared it to me, but I just got to find it. So I can share, I wasn't going to do it today, but I guess this is where we're at.
I felt sorry for her.
Or she can resend it to me, Liz. I don't know if Elizabeth is still here, but
I felt sorry for her because I had gone through with Jessica exactly the same thing. Now we're not discussing Jessica, but
yeah, I'm not.
That's why I reached out to her.
Yeah, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to bash anybody because That's
with
just, it's
you.
not going to happen. You know,
But that's
I'm
why.
guessing.
You want to know why? Hanson wants to know why we got close, because I went through the same crap.
This person says, yes, I'm not necessarily for Elizabeth. I have my own opinion, but I have heard her say multiple times she is not there alone. There are other people helping behind the scenes. She's not alone.
Well, it's
APG.
not. It wasn't me, and you can ask anybody that.
So, you
It
know,
wasn't me.
if she can text them
No,
to
because
me
if
and I
you
can
look at
email
our
them.
messages between me and Sunny in the beginning, there was some times that I didn't agree with her, and I messaged in the messages. It literally, it's like I make a statement to her of like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't like this. You know, something was going on at that point in time, and
Well, why don't you
I
do
didn't
me a
like it.
favor? Why don't you read them out if you can get to them? Read out. Megan dropped. If she comes back, I'll have her up. But since we've come to the messages, I can't find them. I got rid of a lot of my stuff because I just, I'm just done with it. But if you can show them to me, I can read them out, or you read them out. Email them to me, message them to me, something to me, so everyone can see exactly what happened. And while everybody gets to that, give me 1 second here because we're gonna have a pause for a second, okay? Just a minute here while people get themselves together. If Sonny can get back up here, that'll be fine. But I'm gonna play a song real quick, and everybody can regroup, and then we'll go from there because I have to do something real quick. Okay, let me put this up here. Share. Oh, Jesus. So everybody can find what they need, and then we can all come back to the stage here. All right, give me 1 second, guys. You guys so much. So it looks like they both. I'm here by myself, but they may have to drop down to get the information. If I get it, I guess I'm going to share it. I wasn't going to share it today because I have limited time today, but I still have about 15-20 minutes left here. Okay, image sent. All right, so let me see if I can. I don't need I do not want to see any of the ones that are from currently, because that's not my business. That's not what we're talking about. We're trying to establish a connection between okay, send it to me. Okay, I'm gonna attach the files here, guys. Attach files. I guess I have to send them individually. Mother trucker. I do not agree with what is happening to Elizabeth, but in my opinion, sometimes things to be left unsaid. What is the name of that song? I can share you the link. And here you go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read these. Okay. Take it for what you want or don't take it for what you want. I may upload them in a video, but I'm not going to sit here and send all these MFers to my email. That's just too much for me, right? I like to show proof. I will show proof. But I just don't have time today. I'm sorry. I have a life. So, and this is important to get out and to get out here the correct way. So I have to go over here. Let's see. That's from December 7th, which I was pretty good on that date. December. I'm looking for October so we can go in this in chronological order. Okay. December. So I have, okay, October the 3rd at 5:09 p.m. Can I ask you something? Just curiosity here, because things are way too messy and confusing here. And that, Jessica, Sonny responds, yes. And it says, Sonny says, ask, do you have the number to the facility? Okay. And then, see, they're all over the place. Do you have the number to the facility? Where's the next October? Okay. And then there seems like at October the 6th at 5:10 p.m., there was a voice call. Oh, there's Megan. Sorry, honey, I didn't see you sitting there. I was reading this.
No, that's
So
okay.
it says, and then there was a voice message. So I don't know what that says. I can't click the link and hear it.
I can send that to you, but it's just where she gives me the phone number.
Okay, it says, gotcha, thank you. And then October the 10th, hi, it's me again. Look, you don't know me, but I'm not a fake profile on here. I'm a rugged woman with many faces. I evolved over the years, growing into something better. I have many things in my closet, including certified nursing assistant, direct support personnel, foster care, criminal justice. I've worked as a home care. Now that one's off, so I got to go back down here. Okay. Foster care, criminal justice. I've worked in home care as well for multiple state resources. I even had to have a food service degree, CPR certified and trained in Safe, You're Safe, as well as I've done waiver trained in working with caring for people with disabilities. I live in West Virginia and about 35 minutes from Odd. I'm not going to say the exact because it's nobody's damn business. I've been there several times. I know the family. And then it goes on to say, I know the family. I am not trying to be mean in your group at all, but this mass hate and mob mentality against all things BJ or Larry and even Betty is going nowhere and counterproductive. Sonny responds at December the 7th at 11:33 a.m. So there was nothing we're in December. There's nothing in November. So it was October, nothing in November, now December. Okay. And she puts, Sonny put a thumb up mark. Sonny then said, I listened to part of your podcast. I'm going to share that you need to be very, Jessica. She may appear your friend now, but she's not. They're using you, believe me or not. Okay. So on December 7th at 1:35 p.m., this is Elizabeth. I don't lie about things, so I am not scared, but I do appreciate you and always use caution with this because I've seen so many snakes appear. Remember, you should always leave before the devil shows up. And then Sonny replies, oh shit, where'd Sonny reply? Okay, there's Sonny reply. And then December the 7th at 1:56 p.m., Sonny replies, sadly, I didn't see the evil until too late. Oh, I don't think you're lying at all. But I see how things get twisted, especially where Patrick and Jessica are concerned. Let me clear this up right now. I'm reading this does not mean it's my opinion. This is a conversation between Sonny and Elizabeth. This may or may not be
It's just my opinion. It's not your opinion.
It's not my opinion. I talk with Jess and Elizabeth, and in my opinion, I like them both. So there's that. Okay. Just be careful. Oh, wait, it says, especially when it comes to, yes, I'm not here to be an investigator. I will not hound Patrick or anyone for answers. Me, I'm fine with treating people well, innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. I try to allow the courts to do their jobs, and I try hard to stay on the right side of justice and just be a kind human to those in need. Sonny replies, just be careful. You seem to have your heart in the right place, but I don't trust Jessica and Patrick. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Then that goes on to say, what to do. And then this is Sonny again at 2:56. I truly believe that neither Jessica nor Patrick wanted you involved because you want the best for the family, but more importantly, that you are becoming more involved and would know when the supplies and gifts are missing. I have no idea what that means, but okay. Because I have no idea.
I mean, I'll explain that after you're done reading it.
Okay, so on December the 7th, I just love the elderly. And this is the response from Elizabeth. I just love the elderly and I do not want more harm to come to them. And then Sonny responds, that's December 7th at 3:42 p.m. Elizabeth, I understand completely. I only wanted to help them also. And maybe now they'll listen to you. But I was there when the lawyer was telling them what they needed to do. They agreed to everything. Then within a few days, they were recording again. I believe Patrick wanted to sabotage my efforts, right along with Jessica, who was playing both sides. I love Jessica. I love Jessica. We became very close quickly. And then I have to go down to the next one because it's cut off. Oh, I love Jessica. We became close very quickly, but the day Patrick outed me, I saw a whole new light to her. December the 7th at 3:58. I'm not sure of him, but I'm also not gunning for the guy because police are supposedly on that. And then Sonny replies, I understand that, and I have only been trying to protect myself. He has to answer to the law and to God. I know I can do so. I can do so with only good intent and truth. And then that's it. Okay? And that's it. So,
That's not quite it. And I'm not going to switch in case I lose you. But then there was a message when I said to her, like, are you okay? Or something like that. And that was before we even talked about anything.
right. Hang on, I'm responding to somebody.
There was something after that. Because when I saw everything was hitting the fan, I just messaged her and said, are you okay? And as far as that part about Jessica and Patrick, it was because the allegations were that there were packages and money missing. And like I said to you before, I have my own beliefs on why certain people don't want Betty to have an attorney or why they don't want other people around.
Yeah, I don't know, like, where, I mean, that's your opinion. I don't have the same opinion. I think that Jess did a lot of things behind the scenes to move things where it needed to go to do a lot of boots on the ground research behind. Okay, like, hey, we can call this, or hey, what about this? Elizabeth done the same thing. The transporter has been there through and through. So for me, I'm kind of getting thrown into the wolves den.
Lady K, let me tell you, I was working with Jessica and Patrick, and Patrick specifically introduced me to Betty and Larry so that I could take them to the lawyer. I did all the groundwork as far as what kind of septic system they needed or how to get a septic system in there. I did all the groundwork to try and find out how we can get that land, their land, the 17.2 acres, out of probate that had been in probate for almost 50 years. Okay, so that they could put a home there. I did all the work to try and find them a mobile home that would have gone on that piece of property. And although that ended almost as quickly as it started. But it makes no sense. There are several things that make no sense to me. One is it makes no sense to me whatsoever that it took a month for me, to try and help them get a lawyer. There were a bunch of other people around who were supposedly helping. Jessica, Patrick, nothing against them, but they were there. And it took me stepping in going, okay, hey, I'm bossy. I'll make some phone calls. All those phone calls could have been made the month before I stepped in. No sooner do I step in than the next thing we know, after the Whittakers have been told, do not film, do not say another word, do not get BJ off your property for now. We cannot fight that now. That is going to have to be fought later. Because remember something, Betty went to a magistrate and said that BJ was doing these things. And yes, with Eric, but she still said it. So if suddenly, and it wasn't the only time, there are video after video after video of this. So when she said that, realize, who do you think is going to get charged for false statement? Betty. And
Right.
the attorney told them, right now is not the time. It is not the time for you to argue BJ. Right now is the time for you to get BJ off your property and you to stop doing these videos. The attorney told them. And then no sooner did they get back to the holler, and I mean that with no disrespect, but absolute truth. They get back to the holler, and someone has convinced them that I am not out for their best interest. I'm the only one who took them to the lawyer. Guess what? They still don't have a lawyer. They still don't have a lawyer, and that was the 1st of October. I believe I took them to the lawyer on the 1st of October.
Bridget, I see you. You're not blocked. Thank you.
They still don't have an attorney, but they could have. They could have. And why not? You have to ask that question. Everybody has to ask that question. All I wanted to do was get them an attorney and help them as far as their land. What we wanted, what the attorney wanted, was to probate the land so that the land went strictly back to the living siblings: Larry, Betty, Ray, Lorraine, Connie, and Kenny. As it is right now, there's like 42 people who own that land. Some of them own a tablespoon of it. They don't even own a whole portion, but they're stopping their family from putting, what the land is worth now is like $15,000. What the land would be with a home would be worth a lot more than that. Somebody has convinced them incorrectly, and you've got to ask yourself who is the person who talked to them. There's only one person in my mind, and I'm not going to discuss it now. You and I can talk about it in private if you
No,
want to
I'm
discuss
going
it
to tell you,
later.
I don't need a discussion because I have so much information that I can't even do good content and review it because I have too much information. And I want to make it very clear. I am not here. If people think that I'm going to drag Jessica, that's not the case. Because then in fair game, I got to do the same thing with Elizabeth. I am not here. Well, I'm just getting messages and I want to clear it up. I will not drag anybody that I was involved with behind the scenes because I have a different perspective than they may have with each other. And that's a them problem, not a me problem.
Understand, I am not trying to drag Jessica or Patrick or anybody else. I am telling you, in my opinion, and how it was.
Gotcha.
Okay. So what you take from it or anybody else takes from it is their business.
Right. And that's they all
lie.
People can make up their own opinion based on public information. I have my opinion and you have yours, and Elizabeth will have hers. Jess has hers. But I don't want to think that this is a bash fest to Patrick or to Jessica, because that's not the case.
I'm not trying to do that to them. I'm not trying to do that to them. I am telling you my story. And any story that you hear from anyone, everybody has to take into consideration that is their story. That is how they saw it. That is what they felt. That is what, I'm not bashing them. I'm telling you my story.
And that's it. And my opinion is not always the same with the panel guests. It's just not. And that's my right to have my own opinion based on the relationship that I have and the friendships that I have created along the way. But, and here's the rule that I have on YouTube. If I'm going to talk about somebody, I'm going to drop them a link if they're in my chat. That's how I do my YouTube channel. And I will always do my YouTube channel. That's not fair for me to get up here and talk about Sunny and Elizabeth and this and that and them in the chat and not drop them a link. If Jessica's more than welcome to come here and say if she wants to. I talk about someone, they're getting a link to defend themselves because that's the way I do my YouTube channel. Always have, always will. And it will not change for anyone.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I mean, what would I look like if I'm going to sit here and talk about somebody and not give them an opportunity to talk?
Well, I just, let me be honest here. I've had so many people talk about me without ever asking me my opinion. I spent an hour talking to another content creator who then never asked me onto her show, never asked me any truth, and instead listened to several other people and spread lies about me, and continues to this day to spread lies about me. If you listen, you want to know about me, ask me. I have a tendency to talk too much, not too little. You want to know about my past? Ask me. I'll tell you.
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Listen, when those messages came out between me and Sunny, what was little said, and you can ask her yourself, I didn't respond because I'm not a bashing type person, and you can ask her. Even her serious conversation with me last night when we had a two-way conversation, you can honestly ask her in her honest opinion, even in her opinions of the whole situation. Am I a bashing person? Did I
No,
bash?
I want to shake you a little bit. I want to shake you and tell you use common sense.
Okay, so I'm not a bashing person, so I'm not coming up here and I'm not going to bash. I'm just not. That's why I stepped away. The internet can hate me. You guys can hate me all you want. Brutally, let me say something. That's how stuff gets messed up. When you said in the comments about my kid, my kid's 20 years old, by the way, okay? I don't have like little infants that get on the internet. My kid's 20 years old, so she can choose and do what she wants. But she still lives at home with mama. And she's still my child, right? Right. And people should not be messing with my child. But they didn't make threats to her. Let me clear that up. It was not a threat to her. They questioned her about me. And they were like, I know your mama's mean to you, right? I know your mama's mean to you. She does mean stuff to you. My kid was like, what the fuck? You know? Okay. So, and second, someone said, oh, that should be taken serious. If she really cared about her kids or whatever, it should be reported. Well, first of all, she's 20. But second, I did go to the police. Okay. I went Wednesday. And if you remember in 80s Live, I said that I had talked to the cops. Okay. Had a whole big conversation with them. All right. So there's that. And again, as far as all of this goes, I'm only up here just for a little bit, just a couple things.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be rude, but like I said, I only had so many minutes to do this today because I have other things that it's on a time limit.
I'm done.
So,
I'm
but
done, and I want to step back. I want to step back away from all of it, and I just, you guys can hate me if you want and make whatever ends or whatever, but I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing I've done that's wrong.
Jessica and I were working together towards. Even still, this thing about Timmy going to live with Eric. I'll be honest, I think it'd probably be a great idea, but that's just me. As long as they weren't allowed to tape or anything.
And see, we varied on that. Your opinion was different than mine in our conversation last night because I told you that I really, in my heart of hearts, thought that Timmy connected better with Patrick, and that if the two were to get him, I thought that Patrick would have done better as long as, there was some rules put in place about recording and all that. But that was an opinion. It's an opinion.
But we both had our different opinion and we moved forward from it. I mean, it's not like we didn't need to convince each other or anything. But I don't think either one of them, realistically, I don't think Eric's going to get him. I know Patrick's not going to get him, just for things I know. And I hope somebody helps Timmy, because I think Timmy has the opportunity to have a wonderful, wonderful life. I think
it's for the courts to decide. My opinion, my stance on it is, It's for the courts to decide and APS to
Exactly.
decide. That's not, we can have an opinion, but that doesn't make it a fact and that doesn't make it truth.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So
And my opinion has changed drastically. And I'm not out here to even actually discuss it anymore. But a lot of things have happened here recently, and my opinions have changed about a lot of things and a lot of people in this whole situation, which is why I just want to step
yeah.
back.
And Timmy doesn't need to be content for anyone, in my opinion. And I have to agree with Beezer. I think that ship's unsailed, and that's just my opinion. Not that
Oh,
it
we
comes from
agree.
somebody or anything like that. I think that there needs to be a dignity law set into place for elderly people that or people with disabilities, so they know exactly what's being done. And if they don't have the capacity to understand, then they shouldn't be filmed. And that's just my opinion. I am not anyone with any dog in the race with this, right? But I can say that that's my belief on it. Okay.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right.
More that I know that has taken place is why I say that. Okay. And he's still being used for content that should tell you everything. Well, the content was already out there and the content was already made. So I don't see, in my personal opinion, if the content's there and it's already out there, then he should, that's his content. And I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Patrick. If Patrick's going to reshare those videos, that's Patrick. All right. Over here, you don't see me sharing Timmy videos. You don't see me sharing the Whittaker videos with them on. I don't.
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think you're absolutely right in not sharing the videos, but I think that it still goes down to, like, everybody trashed us for calling them the trio, but we were literally told by APS not to use their names or their likeness, that was considered manipulation of a vulnerable individual in state custody. And I feel like these people who keep using Timmy, Ray, Lorraine, using
Okay.
their pictures, their videos, they're doing exactly that. They're exploiting them. Exploitation.
All right. So Jessica's here. I'm going to put you both ladies on mute so she has freedom to speak without anyone interrupting her. And I think that's the only fair thing to do because we've been up here speaking and she hasn't had an opportunity to. I will take you off of mute, ladies, as soon as she is finished. Okay. Hello, Jessica. Welcome up here, honey.
Hi.
Did you say you
So,
were trying to chat and then we didn't see you? We're not seeing
oh
you.
yeah, I've put a million freaking things down in the chat and nothing's showing up. So obviously I'm not being heard. I can't defend myself down there, so I decided to come up here.
Yes, please.
Anyways,
yeah, please do because
Megan, Sunny, I met her because she had a message because she wanted to help. So I had talked to Patrick about her. I said she seems like a legit person. I think she truly wants to help. And I gave him her number. So she got involved. She said she had all these tools and stuff and paint and flooring and this and that and all these kids to come help her with her husband to help fix up the Whittaker's house because I had started something in Patrick's group to help fix the Whittaker's house or help the Whittakers, period. I was going under a fake name because I didn't want nobody knowing who I was. I didn't want no credit for anything. And I just wanted to get help for Betty as well. And he did too. And he couldn't because of the whole investigation. He was told some shit. I don't know what, but I was there to help.
Right. I think that everyone, I think you had here's when we had talked about this. I think that you had a part in helping. Elizabeth had a part in helping. The other people that we don't mention their names have a part in helping. It took a team of people. No one deserves any just me. I don't agree with that. I did not help. I just create content. I had no help. Okay.
So I constantly get attacked from people saying, well, you were mods in her thing. She never asked me. She just put me as a mod in her fucking thing. She started attacking Patrick. I'm not about that. I was there to help Betty. It's not about Patrick. That's why I got pissed off because, listen, the first thing she did when she went out there is she was just criticizing every last thing about him. And I was like, dude, like you just got, I didn't say anything. I just let it go. But then when she started recording and stuff and then going online about it, I had to step away. That wasn't what I was there for. I was there to try to help the family, not to attack people. I was using his platform, which he knew about and he agreed on, because he wanted them to get help as well. And it was real shitty when you're trying to do all this and then the person that you get to help starts attacking the person that made this all happen. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. I backed away. I went quiet from everybody. I stopped talking to everybody. Patrick outed me. I stopped talking to Sunny. I blocked her. I talked a whole bunch of shit to her and I blocked her because I didn't like anything she was doing. It was shady. If you're going to help somebody, you help them with your heart and you don't go after other people because you're mad.
Right.
If you're going to say it, be about it. Don't go and tell Betty you're going to help them with a fucking lawyer and then turn around and then say that you're not going to help them because of this, this, and that. Or try to say that you're going to start a GoFundMe or try to come up with the money to do it and never fucking do it. All you guys do around here is talk. I'm sick of all the fucking talkers. Be about it. If you're going to help the family, help the fucking family. Stop saying you're going to do it. If not, don't come around. Don't tell people you're going to do it. Because that's all you guys do. You guys run your guys' fucking mouths and then you talk bad about me. I haven't done nothing to nobody.
Okay, so I'm going to take them off of mute and I think they may have their own selves on mute. Okay, I think Elizabeth has herself on mute. Mama Bear, would you go into the other stream, because I have two streams going vertical and horizontally, and see if Jessica's messages are over there and I'm just simply not seeing them? If so, then there's a problem, because I don't block people. I don't.
First off,
So
let me say this to you, Jessica, and you know that's not true. You know that things in the beginning, the things you said were very true, but then where you've lied in today's conversation is that you asked me specifically how Patrick was living. I called you on the way home when I was getting food with my son, and I told you how he was living. You said you wanted to know. And
why would I ask you how he was living?
Jessica, I let you spoke.
wait a second. We can't. What we're going to do is we're going to let each other finish and then speak, because
I'm sorry, Lady K. I'm not going to sit here and allow someone to fucking lie on me like she has this whole time to make herself look better.
No,
I will drop down from this and she could sit here and continue to lie just like Elizabeth does and everybody else does. We'll just call this the fucking lie fucking channel, because that's what it's turning into. Y'all come on here and fucking lie about me and say that I did this and that. Sorry, Sonny.
Well, I
did not. And what does that have anything to do with helping the widow?
Hang on, wait a second. I'm putting people on mute.
It has nothing to do with helping the Whittakers, you dumb.
Here's the deal. We're going to watch our language. We're not going to cuss at each other. And my channel can be called whatever that people want to call it. It's still, at the end of the day, I'm putting out what I'm putting out. And I'm not going to disrespect anyone. Period. We're going to have an adult conversation, or don't. That's up to you, ladies, not me. Okay, unmute.
I'm not swearing at anyone, and that's not my style. The fact is that Jessica showed me how to make the group. Jessica showed me how to make herself a moderator. Jessica told me who to make a moderator. For example, Chelsea and Eric. I didn't know how to do those things. I am 60 years old. My children help me with my phone and everything else. Eric, Jessica, you can laugh all you want.
I have all the messages to prove everything that you're saying is a fucking lie.
Just go ahead. I muted her. So people have a right to defend themselves. And that's just what it is. So Jessica, go ahead.
I have messages to prove that she lies. Like, okay, the Susan Say So video that she did recently, I could show proof of like 10 lies just in that video, and that will just shut everybody down. Every fucking last lie, I have proof to it in messages, and I will show it. So you know what? Anything she says, you know what? If she's going to lie about all that stuff, why not lie about everything else? Why not lie about everything else? She's already lied about a whole bunch of shit.
Hand me the stuff.
See, I am not in over there on Facebook, so I have no understanding of what the messages, the groups, the this, the
I
mod.
did a live with Toddy One Skip a while back. I gave her not screenshots where you could deceive people. I gave her screen recordings of my messages with her to prove that I was not lying, where I stand with the Whittakers. And you know what? I could prove that she's lying, and people could go and watch that and just compare the fucking lives and see that she's a fucking lying ass bitch.
We got to watch our language a little bit, ladies, because YouTube doesn't like a lot of cussing. So it's not a me thing. It's a YouTube thing. We cuss, but be easy. Pick your cuss words. All right. So, Sonny, is there anything? I mean, you guys got out what you needed to get out, because at the end of the day, I don't think this is going to be handled. People are going to have their own opinions. Just because somebody is on the panel doesn't mean that I agree with everybody's opinion. I have my own perspective. All right. I still think that Elizabeth and Jessica were trying to do what they thought was best. Where it fell out, that's a Jessica and Elizabeth thing. And maybe or maybe not, they will work it out in the future. That's not my business, period. Okay? Sonny, you turned off your chat as soon as someone didn't agree with you. I don't turn off my chat unless someone's being blatantly rude. Okay? Everyone has a right to their opinion. And that's just the way it is. And people are going to have different perspectives. That's all. That's it. You know what I mean? But if I'm going to talk about someone, I'm going to give them a link. That's the way it runs over here on this channel. Okay? You can call me a lion channel, whatever, but that's your perspective, and that's fine. Was submitted to obtain an attorney. Was it submitted to yesterday? Or when was it sent? Has anybody talked to anybody? No, I haven't talked to anybody in the court. I have no intentions on calling anyone in the court. Like I said, from here on out, I will not be involved in what's currently going on. I'm not going to be chatting. I will chat because I respect Elizabeth and Jessica. Okay, I think they both are talented people. And they have a good heart, no matter what anyone says. That's my experience, subject to change, I guess. Hell, okay? It's crazy to me, all these people getting dragged when Patrick and Eric caused all this. I have to agree with that. You know, Bees are right. And it's social media, everybody. A lot of this is flamed and fueled by other creators putting out stuff, and it gets things going, you know? I'm going to make sure. Did I mute? No, okay. She muted herself. Elizabeth, you're muted in case you don't know. Not on my end, on your end. But if you guys are finished having what you have to say, I hate to end this but I have to go. I'm already 5 minutes over, and I'm going to run late here. And I don't want to. It's not that it's not important, but I do have to get off here. And so I'll give you, Elizabeth, if there's something that, well, let's see. Someone put a number in the chat, and someone pick 1 to 5, and that's who's going to speak. Because I don't want to say Elizabeth speaks first, or Jessica speak first, or Megan, because I don't want to. I'm not showing favoritism over here. It is what it is. So if anyone has anything to say,
well, I'm going to say one more thing before I drop down, since obviously they're not saying anything. Those messages that Digging Down the Rabbit Hole put on her Facebook page, why everything's being pointed to Megan over here, is because she was the only other person that had went and take them to a lawyer. So when you read the messages on the very top, it says something about lawyer taking them and da-da-da-da-da. It's because Megan was the one. Nobody else.
Take them to the lawyer, Jessica, but what are you? I don't.
And if it was someone else, why isn't Elizabeth saying who the fuck she was talking shit to? Because she seems to be talking shit to a lot of people and talking to a lot of people. That's where mine and her problem came from the get-go. Is because she has a big mouth.
Who am I talking to? See, that's the thing.
She has a big mouth. I've told her
times, Jess,
for weeks to keep her mouth shut, to not talk about the stuff that's going on in the courts, because Betty didn't want that. But guess what? She didn't respect Betty's wishes. She wanted to be out here in the light and looking cool. So everybody's like, oh, Elizabeth. Oh my God, the Saint Elizabeth is here to save the fucking day. They only turned in one piece of paper. Yay. That's what it was all about, dude. You talked way too much. I told you, I don't know how many times I told you to shut the fuck up and chat. Because you have a big mouth and you were going to ruin it and you ruined it.
But ruined what, Jessica?
Megan, we aren't even talking about you no more.
Yeah.
Girl, you had your chance to fucking
I'm
talk. Sit the
asking
fuck
you what
down,
she
bitch.
ruined. Hey,
Okay,
you
so-
brought me into it.
So here's what's going to happen.
And stop swearing.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to, Megan, whenever I may go over this again, and you're more than welcome, but I think that Jess and Elizabeth should talk. And
well, Jessica left.
Well, I'll drop the link for her again because I think that they need to speak to each other if they choose to. I mean, that's up to them. But there's the link to it if Jessica wants to come back up, and I'm going to respectfully ask you so I can remove you. Think I'm stuck. Oh.
Well, now Elizabeth.
Megan,
left.
yeah, I think because they're having some mute issues, but I'm going to go ahead and drop you. I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I appreciate you for coming up here, telling what your opinion and what you know as a fact underneath you. You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to say one last thing, and then I'm
I
going
was stuck muted.
to go ahead and go, which is I think I don't know. My mother always said you can see the difference between the trash and the class. And in my opinion, Jessica, to get on here, she wanted no discussion. She wanted to swear at me and call me names. That's not my style. I didn't call her one name, and I would never do that, regardless of how I feel about her. And I don't understand her hatred for me. You can look back at my messages. She's lying about me I can't make her a moderator. You have to accept that. That's ridiculous. She was my friend. And I think it's very, very sad. I don't know where the hatred has come from her. And it makes me sad, honestly, that anybody has it is even listening to this. Anyways, thank you, Lady K. I guess I just don't have anything else to say, but thank you.
I appreciate you for coming up, and because whenever I speak about someone, like I said, I'll drop them a link. They have a right to defend themselves and to give their point of view. And I appreciate you for coming up, Megan. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay. And all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's do that.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and I dropped the link again for Jess if she wants to come up with just you two. I think that if there's issues between two people, then those two people need to talk it out, not someone else interjecting. And that's my opinion. I
don't have a lot to say about anything. I don't know who I supposedly talked to or anything like that. And to my knowledge, there was things that I talked about that was Betty never told me I couldn't talk about it. And to my knowledge, I've done more than just one piece of paper. But that's whatever. I'm done in general. I wish the best of luck. It actually breaks my heart, but hopefully, they will get an attorney and they will go to court and things will be set right for them. And that's it for me.
All right, Elizabeth. Well, thanks for coming up and sharing your point of view. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll give my closing statement, and that'll be it. Okay, so take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And maybe you and Jessica can get behind, off of social media and speak to each other. Maybe you can. But, when people come into our lives, they're maybe here for a season or here for a reason. And I appreciate you for coming up. And I appreciate Jess. And I appreciate Sunny. So thanks, Elizabeth. I'll talk to you Bye.
Bye.
All right, so there's that. All right, guys. Well, I wasn't really prepared for this. Because like I said, I was going to go over it on another stream. It's a mess. But I'm going to still stand here and say, no matter if somebody that was on my panel just chooses to clap back at me, I'm still going to say the same. Jessica had a part. Elizabeth had a part. I don't know anything about Sunny per se, so I can't include her, but they were working as a team together, and they did have great ideas, and they did try their hardest to do the things that was needed. Okay, where it went to the wayside, I'm not there. I don't know. But like I said, I speak to both ladies. I have respect for both ladies, and I think that they have good hearts. And I think they're passionate women. And whenever you start tipping into somebody's passion, and they're going to come out with both fists swinging, and I understand that. Okay, I understand that. But for me, I will not be getting any updates because I can't cover any content because I know too much. And it is what it is. So I like to thank everyone that has came up here and spoke today. I'm sure that it will be twisted and turned and this and that, and that's fine. Do social media do what social media does. Okay, I understand it. I'm not new to social media. Okay, and I'm here to take whatever is going to come for me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got to say. Thank you, Lady K. Have a great Sunday. Thank you, guys. Sunday night steak night. Chicky, Beezer, Mama Bear. Yes, I need a cigarette and a shot. Yes, everybody go take you a cigarette and maybe have a cup of coffee and think about it, right? God bless Liz and her family for sure. I say the same thing about Jessica. Bless her family and Sonny's family, right? There's too much hate in the world. If we take a look around, man, life is really going to shit. You know, so they can need to go after other content creators when they have their own to eat. Hey, I'm not gonna bash anybody over here that I have been talking with behind the scenes. It's just not gonna happen. I don't care what they have to say about me if they choose to. That's their business, not mine. But anyways, all right, guys. Until next time, make sure you take care of yourself out here on these YouTube streets and social media. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. If you see each other in chat, make sure you say hi to each other. It will probably redirect you over to Eagle Ghost if I done it correctly. And I think it starts, I don't know, 5 or so. So at least go over there and like the video and say I sent you.